Hi, I'm Beth from Sew Country, and today's tutorial is for one of my favorite patterns. I have made this so many times. This pattern is called Snap It Up, and it is from the designer Moments by Liz. This pattern is quick, easy, fun, and it's free. Not only is it free, but it comes in multiple sizes of freeness. So she has the original version, and then she has them going down and scaled down for smaller sizes and larger sizes. So what's so cool about this pattern? The first thing is that it unsnaps. So whenever I'm not using it, I can store it flat if I want. So I've made this tray in a lot of holiday prints, so for 4th of July, for Halloween, for Christmas, and then I set it out for our get-togethers with the family and put candy or treats or napkins or whatever in it. I also keep several of these in my sewing room. I'll put the small pieces for patterns in there, like I'll put my zipper tape, the pulls I'll need, little zipper ends, whatever I want when I'm working on a specific pattern. I'll store it in here, so whenever I'm ready to sit down and sew, everything is really quick and easy for me to grab a hold of. This pattern was designed to be used with cotton woven, and it's great. It comes together really quick, fun, great pattern. But I was playing around with it, and I decided to try it in a clear vinyl with jelly inside. So this is clear on the outside, jelly on the inside, and oh my goodness, it's so cute, and it came together even quicker than this. So there's two ways to do this. I'm going to show you the clear vinyl version today because I know everyone really is enjoying clear and jelly vinyl projects, so I thought this would be fun. If you want me to sew up the version with the cotton woven, just let me know and I can do that too. There's only a few differences though, and the pattern is written really well, but if you need that, just let me know and I can help with it. A couple things I want to talk about that I found out using clear and jelly vinyl with this pattern. If you're using a TPU, which is a really soft vinyl, you want to use the smaller sizes of the tray. When I made the bigger sizes with the TPU, it didn't hold its shape very well. Now, if you have a PVC, these bigger sizes are perfect for that. So I know a lot of us are all about TPU, but this pattern is actually, the bigger sizes will be perfect for using up your PVC. So if you have some that you haven't really known what to do with, grab it for this one. For today's video, what I will be doing is I will be using this clear vinyl from J&R Edwards. They're coming out with a lot of different clear vinyls. I've bought several rolls of each of them. They're so pretty. You'll see me sewing them up in a lot of my tutorials because I just love them. I'm using a jelly vinyl from Wonderground Fabrics, and there are several places that have jelly, but it is still a little bit tricky to find. I think we will see that being better as we go, but I think right now it's still a little tricky to find it. If you don't have jelly vinyl, there are some places that carry a double-sided vinyl. I have heard, I don't know, I've not tried that, but you would really want something that looks good from both sides if you could find that. For this version, you could also just leave out the jelly completely and just do the clear if you wanted to do that also. You would want to make sure you're okay with the way it would look on the inside. The only two pieces you will need to cut. You can find this pattern in the Moments by Liz Facebook group, and this pattern is in her files. So when you join the group, go to the files tab and you will find this pattern, and you will also find several different versions for the different sizes. Such a nice thing she did. It's one of my favorites. I've used it for years. So we only cut out these two pieces. That's all we cut out. So just like I did in this version, I'm going to be using the cam snap, so that way it will lay flat. If you don't want that feature or you don't have cam snaps, you could rivet these in place. You just wouldn't be able to unsnap it and lay it flat if you chose not to use the cam snaps. I will tell you that I would be careful whenever I was doing the cam snaps, like pulling it apart really quick and really fast, you could cause tearing or ripping in there. So what I will do is I'd put my fingernail kind of in there and pop it slowly. Or if I don't need to pop it at all, I would just keep it closed. Your choice. Just want to make note of that. It's not something that you want to be really stretching and pulling and jerking on. Be gentle with it. So I'm going to be using cam snaps. I get mine from camsnaps.com. Love working with that business. It's a great business to work with. So I will have those. The next thing I will be using will be my handheld cam snap press. She has several different options. This is just a cheap handheld one. I've had this for probably 10 to 12 years and it still works great. I will be using a handheld rivet or hole puncher, I guess I should call it. I will have it on the smallest setting, and that's all I need because you can see my prong for this is very small as well. I think I got this on Amazon for around $10 several years ago also. This is all I need to put this little tray together. Really, it's such minimal sewing, you're going to be surprised. So the first thing I'll do is I'll just go ahead and jump right into it. I'm just going to put a few clips. I don't need a lot, just a few to keep things steady. And all I'm going to do is top stitch these 4 top edges. I am not going to top stitch down in these cutout areas. You could if you wanted to, but if you look at mine, it's going to be kind of covered up and the raw looks just fine. So I just thought, why waste my time and my energy? And so I just top stitched around the top. Feel free to top stitch your edges if you want. That's all you're going to do. You're just going to sew around these, and then we'll put holes in these or snaps and we're done. So this project seriously will take about 10 minutes. If you wanted, you could even make it a no-sew version and just, it would be like this, and you could even have it no-sew and clip that way. That's how easy it can be. So let's go ahead and take this over the machine. I'm going to top stitch and then we'll get back and do our snaps. I will be top stitching 1/8 of an inch away from the 4 top edges. I will back stitch when I start and stop each row of stitches. If you have any loose threads, overhang, anything like that, go ahead and clip it and have everything trimmed up. Then what I like to do is I like to go ahead and just take these cutouts and I'm going to overlap. I'm going to go all around the tray like this. And what I want to do is I want to try to have all the overlaps going in the same way. So if this overlap is on top, then my next one will be on top in that same order. Is that making sense? So since this side was on top, this side will be on top. What I'm going to do is just clip these into place right now, and I'm going to look at them. I'm going to see if I need to adjust anything, see how my tray looks, see if I like the shape of it, and then I will go back and start punching my holes and putting my cam snaps in place. Tray looks perfect, that quick, that simple. So now I'm just going to take my hole punch and I'm going to go around and make one hole punch and go through all the layers. So I will keep my hand or your clip, whichever you feel most secure with there. And I don't measure, I'm just going to go down maybe, I don't know, maybe 1/2 of an inch. I don't even know if she tells you that in the pattern. It's kind of intuitive. You just put one hole in there. After you get your hole in there, then you're going to separate these two and you're going to make note. I want both of the pretty sides of my cam snaps, and by pretty sides I mean, let me pick this up here, the smooth edge. I want both of those showing. So I want to see the pretty side from this side, I want to see the pretty side from that side. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. Before I push them down, I'm going to check it out and make sure that I did everything accurately. I don't want to make a mistake. Yes, you can get these apart, but it's a little tricky. So I always am just like one of those people that I double check everything. I do want to make sure I have one female, one male. It doesn't so much matter which side gets the male or female as long as you have the opposites. Everything looks good. I have it the way I want it. And so now what I'll do is I will get my handheld press. I'm going to take that. I just seat it in there. So it's seated in there really nice. It's not moving. And now I'm just going to push that down. And what that does when you push it down is this little nub that is kind of pointed, it'll smash it and make it flat so that it holds that snap in place. Such a simple concept, but it works really well. I'm going to do the other side now. That same way. Apply a decent amount of pressure. And then I'm just going to snap it, and that is done. I'm going to do that for the rest of these pieces, and then we'll come back and look at our finished tray. So that quick, that easy, my adorable little tray is done. I will probably keep this one in the sewing room, again, for clips and things like that. These can be great for bathrooms to store hair clips in, or on the counter for candy, just whatever you need. They're just cute and fun. Definitely try this pattern out. It's free, so really the only thing you have to lose is about 10 minutes because that's all it takes. If you have any questions or concerns, let me know. If you make one of these, please post it in the Moments by Liz Facebook group. As you know from my previous video, she has been going through some health issues, and seeing beautiful makes in her group I know will cheer her up and make her feel so much better. Also, if you have any suggestions for videos you want to see tutorials on, let me know. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day sewing too.